Hey there, buddy. Are you trying to get flexible but not spend too much time on it? Well, by golly, the stars must have aligned because so am I, and that's what we're here to talk about today. So, welcome back to my journey to the full pancake stretch, where I'm putting the flexibility system that got me my full splits to the test again on a new stretch, this time working towards the full pancake stretch. And I'm taking everything I learned from this process to put the finishing touches on my Finding Flexibility course, which will be available very soon. So depending on when you're watching this, the link in the description will be to join the waitlist or to directly access the program if it's already out. So check that out if that interests you. So in the very first episode, we talked about how to measure your current flexibility level. And of course, I've been practicing what I preach and doing just that. But now I've progressed enough in my pancake position that the way that I used to be doing that and that I described in that first video no longer actually works for me. So today we're going to expand upon the measurement topic, and I'm going to show you the method that I'm using now, which should be able to take me all the way home to the full pancake. So a brief recap of that first video, which you can go check out for more context. Basically, we talked about the tactile feedback method of measuring your current flexibility level. So briefly, the tactile feedback method is just identifying some part of your body that will get closer and closer to some fixed object, like say the floor, as you progress in your flexibility, and such that you can measure your current level of flexibility with respect to that object. So in the case of the pancake stretch, the obvious thing to do is measure how far away your forehead is from the floor that you're stretching on. You can start by stacking your hands and trying to reach that with your forehead. Once you can reach that, you slowly lower the height of how you stack your hands until eventually you're touching the floor. Then you progress by touching your nose to the floor and then your chin. And so there are many pros of this method. First of all, it gives you real-time feedback. So you don't have to take a video of yourself and then look back at it later to see how deep you got. You know actually every single rep and set while you're performing the stretch, whether your body touched the thing or not. Because it's real time, it also gives you a target to shoot for. So instead of doing your entire session entirely by feel, modulating your intensity based only on internal sensations, you can actually see an objective measure of how deep you're getting compared to your normal performance. When we combine this with modulating our internal intensity, suddenly our stretching becomes extremely, extremely potent. The problem that I ran into today is that now that I can kiss the ground, the next thing that will be able to touch the ground will be my chest, and that will be when I actually achieve the full position. And that's quite a ways away, so I'll probably be working on that for a couple of months, so I need a way to measure my progress in the interim. Logistically, there's just not enough room to get my hand underneath my chest because my elbows and arms are actually thicker than my hands, so I get blocked by doing that and I can't progress any further. And so instead, what I'm going to do today is use an external object stacked on the floor and use that as my tactile feedback. So any stack of thin things will work. Books are a great option, but today I'm going to be using my little micro weight plates because they're just perfectly suited for this. So here I'm stacking 5 plates on top of each other and placing it down below where my chest will likely hit. And then I just redo the split stretch and try to touch my chest to that. As we can see here, I kind of overcooked it. So now I'll be able to use this in my stretching sessions. So I'll start here with 5 plates, and slowly over time, as 5 plates becomes easier, I'll remove them and try to go deeper and deeper until eventually I'm doing the full pancake. And so yeah, it's going to be very, very simple to do, and I'll be able to continue to track my progress and stay motivated for the next however long it takes in order to get all the way there. But I'll keep you guys in the loop as that happens. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate your time. Check out one of these other videos if you're interested in more stretching content or more strength content. Let me know how your stretching journey is going in the comments, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a lovely day. Stay strong, stay flexy, and we'll see you soon. So I just actually made a mistake there, and I overestimated the level of flexibility that I was going to have. I thought I would need less than 4.5 kilos of weight, so I went into it and I was able to touch it, but it really was like that 9 out of 10, maybe 9.5 out of 10 stretch. And I was able to hit it for just a moment, but I couldn't really hold it at all. So actually the right spot for me is probably stopping at 5 kilos, so slightly higher. But the idea, of course, is you start with too many weights or too many objects, books, whatever you're using, more than you need, touch down to them, and then slowly reduce them over time. Find where you're at, write it in your training log, and slowly try to progress that over time without forcing it too much. All right, thank you guys so much. Have a great day. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.